Yeah, and like again, no, I'm not against these things being released, but I'm against
That
how
was
it's
their
being
sound.
manipulated. So I don't trust the information, and I'm saying it is an operation in itself. It's even though you're getting aspects of the truth, because I'm not saying I do think all the stuff is coming out is valid. I just think it's only
Do I have to
limited
even
and
say
it's being
anything?
manipulated. And I think that is the bigger question you should be asking. Why is that the case? Why aren't we getting direct source material? Why are only certain people getting this direct source material? Why, like it's just, why is it so hyper partisan?
Where'd
Why
the
did he
Duper's
say,
delight
oh,
go?
left accounts weren't attacked? He's equating liberals with like the anti-imperialist left, and I know for a
Why are
fact
you
the
going
anti-imperialist left is
sideways?
continuously suppressed and censored. I know for a
Why
fact
are you
that Palestinian
exposed? Is it
accounts are
because of
continually
me?
censored. None of this stuff is being addressed, and Lee is talking about this whole thing, the Pentagon being
Have you ever
involved,
heard of
yet
Helen
none of it, nothing
Beninsky?
has changed. This has been going on since um,
Since
during the Trump administration
2017, you've been at it?
and even
Is
before
that what
Trump,
you're
during
trying to lip
Obama.
smack?
But really, has this changed for the voices
Are you okay,
of Slamish
Fiorella?
dissent? It really hasn't. And unless you're, simping Elon Musk and calling him the greatest thing on earth,
She's
like
like, what the
you
hell am I
really
even? Why are
have
they
continually
scripting
censored.
weird things that I would
Then he
never
goes on to
say?
say Twitter has claimed for years
That's
that
what
Lee has
she's
concerted
thinking.
efforts to detect
You
and
can
promote
just tell.
government-backed platform manipulations. Here's Twitter testifying to Congress about
This
its
is more
pledge
fun than I
to
thought.
rapidly
So
identify
I
and shut
don't.
down all state-backed
It's in the
covert information
5 minute
operations and
chunks. This
deceptive
stuff.
propaganda. Okay, but then he goes on to admit, right? He goes on to talk about how,
Like she reads
but
to the side,
Twitter
then
didn't
she
do
made
that.
an
They
eye.
shut down all
She
state
gave away
propaganda,
deception
especially from
with some
Russia,
type of eye blink.
Afghanistan,
She
whatever. But
rewinded
they
a
didn't
little.
do that for the United States. Okay,
She's
and
going
that has,
horizontally. I
they're
get them
still
so
doing the
busted.
same thing
They
right
couldn't
now.
change
That
it
is
to
my
make
whole
it more
point.
natural.
So while
They
he's
can't
admitting this, and
exist
this is true,
without
what
the
exactly is changing? What exactly
script.
it has been talked
The
about
change is that
changing
people
this?
are
Like
aware of what you're
nothing
doing.
whatsoever.
I mean, we put that in there. Twitter gave
People are
rise to
finally
Cloud
aware of what you're
Again,
exactly
that's the
doing.
Last American Vagabond, and we're seeing
Last
patterns
American
with that. They
Vagabond,
still will
link
not
to
let Trump
Handsome
come back.
Truth,
They won't let Dave
Adam
Ryan come
Green,
back. There's certain people they will not
Whitney
let come
Webb.
back. And the people they have taken back might be shut down for saying whatever in the future. Nothing is really changing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still think that there's this
Nothing's changing.
from the public, the majority of the public, when they censor people like yourself, anybody who has a Russian account.
Nothing
But how does that
changed in
lend towards
which
freedom
you
of
don't
speech?
get,
How does that
you
lend
never grow.
an
No one
open
cares what
platform
you're
of
saying.
voicing
They can
ideas?
see you're
It just
scripted.
simply does not.
Nothing changed.
Freedom of speech is not selective. That's the thing.
She blinked, showing
Yeah, and
deception, that heavy blink,
but this is again like people are like,
because she
this is
knew it wasn't
consequential.
herself
Is it consequential?
talking.
I mean, I guess for
Horizontal
people
movement.
who really had no idea that this was going on,
Literally,
I guess it's
literally,
good
they're
that
pushing
this
that
is
word
coming out.
literally.
But the manipulation really thwarts it. It puts it back. Well,
That's
the
awkward
Democrats.
swaying.
This is what ends up happening is you have a bunch of conservatives that are like, oh, the government is
Sideways.
controlled by Democrats and Democrats and Democrats and Democrats, and it's like, wait a minute, like
The white
what
tablet
about the
teleprompter
Republicans like
this,
Mitch
the white
McConnell? What about like
tablet
the Republicans that are
teleprompter
working
that.
in tandem with the Democrats? This isn't oh well, it's only the Democrats doing corruption.
This
And
isn't
that's
just the
line that is
one
being pushed
white
here.
tablet
Oh my God, it's
teleprompter.
only the Democrats. The Democrats are involved with the FBI. Oh, the Democrat. It's like no, the problem is the entire system. And by pushing this whole thing as the hyper partisan way that it is, you're literally just saying
literally,
the problem is
ding ding.
so we should just go Republican, and then
The
you're just gonna keep going back and
drunks
forth.
should. You could do a game. Every time they say literally, you have
black
to
and white mentality of team sports.
booze up.
Yeah, and good comment over there. Another analogy would be convincing one crook to be the fall guy while letting all the
fall
criminal
guy.
as
What
they
did he say?
pull a receipt into the background. In other words, that one guy's taking the fall guy, and that seems what it is over here.
You
Because
got
when you do this,
you're left
Democrats
holding
bad,
the bag.
Democrats
Is
bad,
that what
Democrats
you're
bad,
saying?
then
You're
you
the
convince people to vote
ones
for Republicans,
that
and
the
everything that they
Aspie
do then just gets ignored. And in fact, a lot of times
fixated
what
on.
Republicans do, whatever Donald Trump does, is manufacture
You're holding the
consent.
bag.
You manufacture consent because you said the Democrats were so awful.
You're holding the
So our good friend
COINTELPRO
Carl Hines is watching the
bag,
show today. He says,
filming for
Ivy,
police at
that
Echo
we had this
Park.
conversation
Shows anything. It shows that it doesn't matter if the president is a Republican or a Democrat. The same policies have continued. And that's what we've been saying all along. It doesn't matter if you go from Obama to Trump to Biden. The same
So
national security
exposed.
state apparatus is at play, and the same people are behind the scenes. So how can you say that one is better than the other? I don't agree one is better than the other. I think that they pick and choose the issues. For example, tomorrow, if Republicans take over, it's China
Somewhat
that's going to be their focus.
come up.
Yep.
It's China that's going to be the enemy. It's China who they're going to want to go to war with. So sure, for today, fine. Republicans are better
What is she
than
talking
Democrats
about?
because they're more in support of ending funding for Ukraine. Tomorrow, though, it'll switch up, and that's
Tomorrow.
get stuck in
She
that
keeps saying
central. You have to
tomorrow.
understand, they are operating
But literally
together.
is the word to look for.
The people in power are operating together. Most of the stuff, I don't know if you wanted to go through and see if, because
I already
he's
know
put it
this
out there, you all
5-minute
can
chunk
read it.
ends
He
with
basically talks
literally.
about CENTCOM and the different,
Oh, now she's
accounts
reading, but
that would say
before
that they were
this
aligned with
is
the U.S. and then the other
not
accounts that would say they weren't, and
reading.
they would switch it. And
The
then
hell's that?
the U.S.
Typewriter
shut
movement
down those accounts but
for a
they didn't shut
human.
them all. In fact, some are still there today. Again, I do think this set of files are the most damning in terms of what's been released.
That's
But
your
at the same
professional,
time, they're not
journalistic
addressing the very big elephant in the room as to what's happening now with the conflict in
analysis.
Ukraine and what's happening now with Iran, what's happening with Israel Palestine.
And
This
they're
is
still
Irving
doing it,
R.
by the way.
Levine,
They're still
NBC
censoring at their own
News.
behalf.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking
Oh,
about the people who listen. Our good friend Olivia.
You talking about a
Ronda
revolution?
was on Fox the other day talking about.
They're so
and
radical.
This is something that Eliza Blue has been highlighting. The way Twitter has been removing possible
With a highlighter
pedophiles
pen.
and their links and chains, and that's great.
Yup,
That's
the
only
right-wing
one part of the
conspiracy
equation, and those things
narrative.
are sometimes done because they give you an area
Q.
in which you can do things, in which
I
you get
know
brownie
all
points,
about
and you
it.
ignore the
Well,
other.
not
In
really.
other words, there's a list of what
That's
Elon
more
Because
red
I
meat
know
as
it's
well.
the psyop.
Exactly. It is
Yeah.
more red meat
The red
because,
meat.
unfortunately, the team sports mentality.
Again,
a lot of
she's
leftists
got
have
this
actually gone
bewildered
into,
look like, why are
this
they
whole mental
scripting
state of
crap
actually
that
defending
no
the pedophiles because they're on their teams because of
one's
Trump.
gonna...
That's why this becomes red meat.
She
when
had
it's
some, like,
completely
old woman
nonpartisan.
clickety-clack going on with
Fam,
her
you got
mouth.
anything else?
But
with this
you'd
stuff?
have to
No,
rewind
on
it.
this, I mean, you guys can read the article on the Intercept. It's pretty much, we pretty much discussed it. I mean, it's hard to
Larry
discuss this,
David,
like, 'cause
pretty,
it's
pretty
stuff, like, that has been
scripted.
constantly talked about. Like, I mean,
Wait,
wow, you know,
she's
like,
reading right now?
It's just
Now I'm
not.
It's
getting
also funny too to
confused.
say that no leftists have been censored and stuff like that. And that's the shit that just keeps me.
It's funny
laugh
that
my
you're
ass off.
exposed,
These are all
yet
issue-based
nothing
things that they keep
changed.
bringing forth
If
this
you
Twitter file.
That's
equate
the
a
new
leftist with like a liberal, then
Duper's
yeah.
delight.
And even then, I don't
It's
buy that. I'm sure
it's
liberals have been censored.
15
Oh, yeah.
dimensions.
So this is fam. You
He
want to read this?
distracted me
Stay
with
really
that
nice
"ooh
one. This is
yeah"
a good one right
thing.
here.
Mama Laska. This is just the
I'm
middle
not
ground of a massive
denying
that keeps us in the minutia of left and
Chardula's
right rather than
skills.
looking at
I mean,
class
he
warfare,
was.
the WEF,
Was it
and
Luke
that
Costello
runs
or
the
Bud
world, mass
Abbott, the
psychosis.
short fat guy?
Yeah, I agree, 100%. It's totally a psyop, absolutely 100% a psyop. And protecting the kids is nonpartisan.
Because who
Absolutely,
doesn't
protecting
throw
the kids is
around the word
nonpartisan.
psyop like
But
that?
again, he was suspended
The last
again for a ban evasion. He said, the ban evasion.
Wait,
Elon
where is
Musk
she
just
reading? I
explained
don't.
was unjust, and we voted to overturn. I got the account back, and then
But I
they
thought
banned
that
it
was
because I
where.
using another account to circumvent the unjust ban.
What's
Unjust
going
ban.
on?
Makes sense. This happened to me when I was unfairly banned, and I created another account, and they said, "Oh, you were unfairly banned," but they still continue to ban the other account. This it doesn't make any sense, and I've appealed it, and they don't care. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and I think Johnny Vedmore had
bad
a tweet
acting.
too about how he's being
Put
like
some
shadow
life
banned
into
while
it,
his name doesn't show up.
Majorca.
Just like mine. This is, I mean, people.
She's completely
it's like,
Turkish.
fine. If you don't care, if you want to ignore it because you're not dealing with it or you don't see it, that's fine. I'm not gonna ignore that, not because it's just me, but because it's like
She sounded like Whitney Webb.
It's
They all end up sounding like
you're
the
telling
same
me that
Helen
we have more
Beninsky.
freedom of speech with Elon Musk and that everything is being more transparent.
I
And
had
that's not the
forgotten about
reality that
Elon
I'm
Musk if he
facing,
hadn't mentioned him
having a label
again.
of Russia State affiliated media. Literally nobody pays me to find me.
Marsha,
You can't. I mean, I
Russia,
have seen the comparisons.
Farron,
Video